When people ask like what my dad does, I usually just say he helps people. He gives people like a second chance at life in a way, which I think is pretty cool.
I think of all of the years he's worked towards where he is now, it's very inspiring. He's gone through so much school and like worked so many jobs to get to where he's at now.
Charlie I've known for more than 20 years, and Charlie is really one of the leaders in organ procurement. He's the only person who is the president of UNOS, AOPO, and NATCO, and so he really has a presence in organ donation and represents all of us as a leader.
Charlie, I've known Charlie forever. Charlie was a nurse here. He was actually a great nurse. Most people don't know that. And even after he left, he came back and worked every Friday night in the TRU. So he and I took care of hundreds, if not thousands, of patients together.
I met Charlie in nursing school, so we became friends prior to working here. I was sitting in between Charlie and another friend, and they were passing notes, like sixth graders. And I just took one of the notes and I read it and I commented, and at that point Charlie and I became fast friends. And from that point on, we just connected and have just been with each other through our entire professional career.
He is appreciative and respectful of his team. It shows and it matters that he shows that. And I think he drives that team, which drives that work that they do so well.
Charlie knows what he wants to do. Doesn't necessarily always know whether it's possible, but knows what he wants to do, which is good. You see someone who can see beyond what most other people can see. You see past the horizon.
Working with Charlie is a very cool experience. He's someone who's very driven in what he does, very passionate about what he does.
One of the things that I like best about working with Charlie is the trust that he has in us and the trust that he has in his leadership team.
I can go into a meeting with him prepared, spend a month researching a topic, and within 2 minutes he'll pick it apart, he'll reshape it, he'll make it look better.
My impression of Charlie at first was he's like movie star handsome, so I knew he'd get along well with all the folks in Baltimore at the hospitals. He's a kind of guy who gets away with wearing blue jeans to meetings, and now I just bought a pair of blue jeans. I never had a pair before. So Charlie, thanks a lot. I feel a lot better when I'm casual and feel comfortable, and I owe it all to you.
I remember going to tour the facility at Living Legacy Foundation, and Charlie saying one of the worst decisions you ever have to make is whether or not to donate a loved one's organs while on life support. Fast forward 2 years later, and that was my family. So when I think about a Charlie and that type of a soul and that authentic kind of a soul that made me feel completely at ease, I think about Charlie, and I think that he is able to bring all of those things together to really share with the world how amazing organ donation can really be.
I have had some personal things in my life that have certainly changed, things for me forever. So, losing Jen, my wife, the mother of my kids, was something that really caused me to have great pause in how much travel I do and what my priorities are. And I think that was a really good foundation for looking at how do you handle these kinds of responsibilities when you really have top priorities, family and your OPO in mind. You kind of never lose sight of that. And so even though you have this additional responsibility at the association or at the national level, I think it's important to pick and choose when you go versus when you're on the phone versus when you delegate. And I think that allows us to all keep moving forward as a community.
Charlie is just a popular person. I guess that's the best way to put it. He is always involved with different aspects of the community, whether it be different friend groups or different groups through work. He's really just everywhere, working everywhere to try to spread the mission of Living Legacy.
He's had a great impact on the community. He not only allows us to educate the community, but we're able to do other things with the community.
I'm willing to bet that he probably has more shoes on this trip than most of the people in the room. And he's probably gonna kill me for saying that.
And I've I'm pretty certain he probably went and had a pedicure before.
I did not know that.
I remember Charlie and his wife, when she was pregnant with her first child, laying out in the sun.
Charlie, when you've seen one OPO, you've seen one OPO.
If I could describe Charlie in one word, it would be passionate.
His passion for people started a long time ago when he was a bartender. His need to care for people, serve people, right there at the bar. That's Charlie.
If I was going to use one word to describe Charlie, it'd be effervescent.
Dynamic.
Determined.
Grounded.
Progress.
If I could describe Charlie in one word, it would be compassionate.
Visionary.
Dedicated.
Loyal.
If I could describe Charlie in one word, it would be genuine.
Congratulations, Dad. I don't think there are many people out there more deserving of this position than you.
You've really made us the people we've become today, and I can't thank you enough for that. We love you.
Congratulations, Charlie, and welcome back. Welcome home, Charlie!
And we're rolling.